Hey, boys and pearls, welcome back to another episode of the Charm City Unicorns. I'm Shayla.
And I'm Edna Mode.
Oh my God.
No capes.
It will be bold, dramatic, heroic.
Yeah, something classic, like Dinah Guy. Oh, he had a great look. Oh, the cape and the boots.
No capes.
Actually, I'm Heather.
And this is episode 6.
Ooh, that sugar sweet. You got what I need. Sipping on the potion. All that good emotion. Just my kind of heat. Keep it on repeat. Tested by the potion. Loving this.
You believe we're in episode 6?
I can.
Are you proud of us?
Yes, I really am. Because I feel like if I was doing this on my own, I would have fell off the wagon.
Well, we all know that.
I would have been falling off the wagon. But we're here.
Well, we've had a crazy year so far, 2025.
Which is insane.
Not our last episode 5. Minisode 4.75.
Yes.
We lost a little bit of sound.
We did. It's very unfortunate.
But I think that's a commentary on how the year has been going.
Yes.
And yet we're
very
still here. So we apologize for the loss of sound. We apologize for maybe something repeating in there, but thank you for sticking with us.
Yes. And we promise, well, I promise, because let's be honest, it was really me with the editing. I promise to have my life together. I don't know for how long.
Did you see that meme I sent you about all the ducks I need to get in a row?
Yeah.
It was...
How long is the row?
It was a horde of ducks. So we wanted to actually thank a few people before we get started today. You wanted to thank
Mia from Knit and Grace, who gifted me the relaxed tee pattern. Thank you so much, Mia. I am very excited to cast it on for all of my 3 skeins of fingering weight.
all the collections of 3 skeins of fingering weight. Yes. And we wanted to thank we got YouTube love.
We did.
The first one was M to the 3rd.
Yes, Mackenzie. Yes, she said lovely things, but my favorite thing that she said was when she was like, if you'd like a long episode, Charm City Unicorns, she's like, if you need to get something done, watch the Charm City Unicorns, and that is correct.
That is what we provide.
Thank you, Mackenzie.
where we lack in content, we make up in length.
Okay. Yes. Also,
the other one was Allie from Allie Makes Everything,
who we both adore.
Yes.
Like, we adore her podcast, so to have her shout us out.
So I had just come home from yet another weekend trip to Ohio, and I was like, okay, I'm going to relax with some podcasts. And I turned hers on, and I'm like, ooh, smaller YouTubers. And I'm like, ooh. So I start watching, and And
it's so funny, because you were like, you have to watch it and call me when you get to the good part. And
I know, I immediately, I stopped what I was doing after I realized that she had included us.
And it was right after I told you Mackenzie had included us. So we were, on this high.
And I was like, Shayla, stop everything you're doing right now and watch this video.
Yeah.
Or no, I was actually like, call me.
Yes.
And of course,
I had to call her. I didn't have my bonnet on, but I did have my...
Go out first and get ice cream.
Rita's.
I'll get Rita's. And
freaking Rita's.
She's like, I'll call you in 20 minutes.
My kids are like, let's go to the Rita's far away. And I'm just like...
Your kids wanted to go to the far away Rita's.
Oh my goodness, yes. They want to take a ride. They want to do anything. Well, my daughter does. She hates being in the house. Loathes. Just wait. She's about 20, about 15 to 20 years. And
Adler's like that.
Yes. It drives her insane. And I'm just like, every time we take a breath outside of our house, it costs us money.
Oh, it's a minimum $100 just to leave your house.
Just to walk, just to cross the threshold. I'm like, we could just stay in the house that we pay for in the AC, with the
mm-hmm.
amenities that we pay for, Netflix, all
Mm-hmm.
the, and she's like, let's ride around town.
It's like those memes, like, what are you doing this weekend? Enjoying my mortgage. So you finally called me.
Yes, I finally called you.
And then I
I'm
sat
like
on
all cozy in the bed.
FaceTime with you
Yes.
while you watched the entire video.
And my cheeks hurt from smiling. I was
Yes. And we needed that because you were well, I'm just losing my mojo in general.
my editing.
And I think I'm having hot flashes, which is great. But you're losing your editing mojo.
I was, yes. I was finding that I was hitting, like, I just couldn't bring myself to do it. I think that also has to do with me moving around my medications. Like, I'm in this trying to find my groove, and yeah,
it's no fun.
No, it's not. It's very experimental, and you don't know something is wrong for you until you're on it and you're manic, like you're a mess.
Yeah. But then the withdrawal effects are awful.
Then you're cranky.
Been there.
Telling my husband that he want a divorce.
Wow.
He's like, bye.
It's like, I'm just gonna
head downstairs.
stay on a different level of the house than you for about a week. Yeah.
So I think that was a part of it. Like, I think a part of that adjustment period happening within my editing time. So,
and editing is no fun.
Editing is it's no fun. However, it is. I enjoy it.
Well, you're a perfectionist.
Well, yes.
You treat it like a baby and like a work of art. And I'm like, Shayla, it's good enough. Let's go.
I'm like, no, I have to put in this clip of so-and-so and such and such.
Do you know how much crap there is on YouTube?
I know.
And I still watch it.
I know, me too.
Not knitting content, but some of my pimple popping content.
All kinds of crap.
It's not good.
Yeah.
It's crap.
The other day I was scrolling and it was like, what I eat in a week living in the projects. I was like, oh, let's see what she eats in a why the freak would I need to know that? Like, oh, let's see what she eats in a week in the projects. Like,
meanwhile, I see YouTubers that have like almost like 1 million followers and the camera's shaking. And I'm like,
well, it's the consistency game, and it's if you're relatable, I don't think it matters like what.
True.
Yeah.
So but this is what I'm telling you. You are a perfectionist. You need to.
Well, I sure didn't hit it out the park with the lost audio, so that was a good lesson for me.
So we also had to apologize this week because our microphones are. We think Shayla's cat got to one of them.
Yes.
So no microphones, but we're gonna take some of the YouTube proceeds because we've made a tiny bit of money. We're gonna buy fancy ones.
Yeah, we're gonna buy some
microphones.
Profesh.
Yes,
very profesh. Mic. So stay tuned. Hopefully our audio is okay. It usually is pretty good. So
yes.
I think we'll manage until then.
All right, so we're gonna move on to announcements. We have a big announcement. Go ahead. You announce.
No, you announce.
Well, we talked about it a little in the last one,
episode,
which we may cut out. Do you want to cut that out?
Probably.
Okay, cut that out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we are planning to host our very first knit along.
No,
but it's going to be a
pink along.
Yes. So, if you've been with Black Pearl Magic for a while, you would know that like 3 or 4 years ago, I'm not going to say hosted because I just announced that I was doing it and then you never saw me again. But there was a pink along where some of you knit pink projects alongside me. There was no we just did it. Okay. So
then we're not going to let that happen.
An actual official
yes
knit along because
pink along because
Heather will keep us on track.
Yes. Yes, it will. And really, we just want to make the world a pinker place.
Yeah.
So what other way to do it than having a pink along, also known as a pal?
Yes.
So we are going to do this. We are thinking it's 99% set that we would begin July 6th.
Editing Shayla here. We will actually be starting the PAL on July 13th.
With a cast-on party. And then run it until Rhinebeck Saturday, which is October 18th.
Yes.
And then in the end, anybody who is at Rhinebeck, we can meet on the hill, take a nice picture.
Yes.
So that would be about 15 weeks. So that's plenty of time to make whatever you want to make.
A garment.
And yes, so we do have rules. And you'll like these rules. Shayla said we can't have rules.
I was like, people don't like limitations, and she was like, no, I think you'll like these rules.
So
and
we can call them guidelines, we could call them parameters,
stipulations. It's
whatever you want.
Yeah.
So number 1, it can be any fiber art.
Yes.
So whatever project you do can be any fiber art. It can be knitting, crocheting, spinning, weaving. What else we got? We got embroidery.
Yes.
We got cross stitch.
Yeah.
You can do bobbin lace. If you want to do bobbin lace.
What you want to do.
As for the project, you can make any project. Any item. So socks, hats, toys, blankets, sweaters, wall hangings. You can make a hammock. You can make that macrame thing you put your plants in.
Oh, the plant holders, yes.
Yeah. Whatever you want. It's up to you. And it can be from any designer or self-drafted.
Yes.
See, these rules are good.
It's just, yeah.
And the fiber that you use can come from anywhere. You don't have to have a special
base
hand-dyed.
Yeah, it doesn't have to
yarn.
be animal fiber. Like, do whatever.
No.
Do whatever
you got.
Makes your heart smile.
Yes. The biggest thing is that you have to have a major pink element in your project.
Yes.
So
we're defining this as
that if somebody saw your project, they would have to describe pink as one of the major design elements.
Yes. So as long as it is a prominently pink item, like the pink, it doesn't even have, like, you could do it where the pink just stands out against something. It works.
Yes.
Yes.
Like, say you knit a sweater with pink cuffs and collar, or a pink pocket.
Yeah.
Or pink sleeves. Whatever you want.
Yeah.
But there has to be, somebody has, when they look at that, they have to say, oh, that is, and one of those words has to be pink.
Yes.
But it can be any color of pink.
Yeah, it can.
So neon pink, baby pink, magenta,
bubblegum,
hot pink, mauve, any pink. And we all think of pink as different things because we're assigning words to whatever.
Yes.
So whatever you think of is pink.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's all good.
Yeah.
We will have prizes, and we're going to sprinkle these throughout. So we will have monthly happy hours that we will announce at least a week ahead of time. Mm-hmm. We'll do those happy hours over Zoom.
Yes.
And if you attend the happy hour, we will take a random person and they will get a prize for attending the happy hour.
Yes. And don't be confused. Like, when we're saying happy hour, that doesn't mean like alcoholic beverages. Fun fact, neither one of us drinks alcoholic beverages. So it's just an hour to make you happy.
Chris can make us the copycat.
Oh my goodness.
Blackberry sage lemonades.
That Starbies decided to discontinue. Thank you so much, Starbies.
What else we got here? And then, so those will be the checkpoints. And then for the end.
There are a plethora of social media platforms.
Yes.
And we cannot, we don't want to like exclude anybody or alienate anybody for not being on any particular platform. So,
and there's some rich people we don't want to give more money.
Yeah, that's true.
So for you will have to have a completed project in the end, but we will ask just that you email us to charmcityunicorns@gmail.com. Email us a picture of your finished project, and then you will be entered into our grand prize, which we're thinking will include
a pink big ass bag. If you're not familiar with the big ass bag, this is her. I'll put in a picture. And
Ooh,
she is really big. I also have one.
Is yours the pink one?
No.
No, neither is mine.
Yeah. I'll put a picture in of the pink one.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
but a big ass bag,
yes.
A bab.
There will be some yarn. There will be some tchotchkes.
Tchotchkes, yes.
So it'll be a nice little package.
Yes. And then when we're done, after we have that, we'll do a little video.
Yes.
And we will include people's projects and show them off in our YouTube video.
Yeah. So when you send your email, just make sure you include your username, your whatever platform you're on, your username, and we'll just put at whatever so that people can find you if they want to follow along with your other makes. Yes.
And we will have a hashtag for the Instagram. For those of you on Instagram, I mean, it helps us get a little more recognition so we can spread the pink.
Yes.
But it's not a requirement. That's just if you want to do that.
I was thinking our hashtag could be #CharmCityPal.
Yes.
Very simple.
Very simple.
Yes.
So we hope that you'll all do that. So you may want to get your yarn, your thread, your fiber, you name it, your project in order if you need to go out and purchase some pink.
And if you have a pink that is your favorite that you want to recommend, drop it in the comments below. You may not know, but we are always looking for a new pink yarn. Like, there is no limit to the pink. So if you have a favorite pink yarn or a dyer or company who does a good pink, drop it below.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. That's our pal.
Yes.
Pink along. All right. Back to regularly scheduled programming. So I have a Baltimore thing this week. It's not really a Baltimore fact.
Okay.
But it's Baltimore fact adjacent.
Okay. I'll take it.
I was out shopping in Ohio.
Okay.
And I found something.
What'd you find?
And this is because I had to find this in Ohio because I've been searching for this in Baltimore. Could not find it anywhere. But in Ohio, they don't know.
They don't know what they don't know.
OMG.
Shut the front door. Because that's insane.
So I didn't even let my husband open it yet. They are now opened.
Oh, once Chris gets a hold of these, they're done though.
But apparently in Ohio, they don't know as much about the Old Bay.
Yeah.
So there was just a whole center section.
They don't know what they don't
filled
know.
With these. And I have looked all over Baltimore, multiple grocery stores, and you can't even find a small bag.
So it turns out you have to go to Ohio to get
and
goldfish.
I would have been able. So my husband's father retired from Pepperidge Farm. I don't know how long ago, 10 years maybe. Pepperidge Farm is who makes goldfish.
Oh.
Chris was so mad because his dad didn't tell him ahead of time that he was retiring.
And he was like,
He's like, I needed one
a-
last run.
a lifetime supply.
I'm pretty sure he didn't tell them didn't tell Chris, because I guess one time he gave Chris like a bag of like broken cookies.
Mm.
And Chris ate it in the morning with milk on it, like cereal. So they maybe just didn't want to tell him. But anyway.
I cannot.
Old Bay. Goldfish.
For the win.
Yes. All right. I thought you would like that.
Yes. Heather sprung that on me.
I did.
Okay.
I did.
It was a good surprise, though. All right.
Okay, next we have, what are we wearing? Well, what am I wearing?
What are you wearing?
I am wearing the Baltian, I think is how you say it. Baltian. It is by Caitlin Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
I made this back in 2022. I almost said 2002.
Listen, at this point,
No, 2022. The yarn is, it's a what do you call that?
not dolman. Is it dolman?
No, dolmens are
not
bigger.
dolman.
Not a batwing.
Batwing?
No.
I don't know.
Maybe it is a dolman sleeve. I don't remember. I can't remember anything.
A faux poncho?
I think it is a dolman, and a batwing is the bigger one.
Maybe.
Anyway, the yarn I used on it is fingering weight. It was the gunpowder sock from Earl Grey Fiber Company, but she stopped dyeing yarn.
Rip. Yes.
And it's a merino yak and nylon blend.
Mm.
And then the top of it, this is a mohair kid silk from Primrose,
Okay.
who's not that far from us. She's only like an hour.
Is she?
Yeah, she's just in Rutline, PA. Gotta say it right. Yeah, we should go sometime. Oh, there's this place down the street with these empanadas. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Anyway, and it's the lace weight held double in the color Last Kiss.
Okay.
Oh, and I forgot. I'm going to stand up. You're going to see part of my bottom half. Something I never show. But I'm wearing with it a skirt I made.
That is so cute.
Which is the estuary skirt from So Liberated with some Halloween fabric I got at Joann's.
Okay, that fabric is 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I loved it.
All right.
All right. And Shayla, what are you wearing?
I am wearing an FO. Can you believe it? Shayla finished something. It's so crazy.
No.
Insane.
How much was
Insanity.
there to do to finish this bad boy?
Nothing, actually.
Okay.
I had to take some of it out to finish it. Surprise, surprise.
Because you messed up your rib.
While we were sitting and recording our last video, we looked over. We were just chatting in between recording, and Heather was like, "I'm just wondering why half that rib is twisted," and I was like, "What do you mean?" And then I looked at it, and the first half of the sleeve was, I think,
A half
twist,
twist.
and then the second half of the sleeve. You know what it was, though? I realized what it was. I started this a long time ago. And I, for a long time, purled incorrectly.
Oh.
And so when I started this, I didn't know that I was purling incorrectly. So when I went to pick it back up, I picked it back up and I worked it correctly. But my purls then were a different direction than they were before. So I used to work my pearls.
But your knit stitches weren't twisted. Were you knitting it inside out?
Yes. So not only was I knitting it a different,
So wait, you made two mistakes.
It was donezo. So I was like, to avoid all of the drama, I'm just going to stop here. Because I had did half of the ribbing originally, and then I picked it up and did the other half of the ribbing. Well, since one sleeve's ribbing was already incorrect, I just ripped it back, bound it off, bound the other sleeve off, done. Fin.
What is it?
Oh yeah.
What is it?
This is the Sorrel, and it is by
Woolen Pine?
Woolen Pine Designs. And this is the spring sorrel. Yes, the spring sorrel, which is DK weight. I knitted up in the Long Dog yarn First Snow. And this is a super old colorway. It's First Snow, and
Well, it was back when you still worked at the law office, right?
yes.
Until you were
So I had to
present.
Yes, I had to have a more refined, toned down palette. And so this was one of those items that I started because it was intended to be a in office wear. I want to make another one of these
It's beautiful.
in a totally 2025 Shayla color.
Oh.
Because that's not the same person from when I started this. But
You let your inner Shayla out.
Yes. I feel like I have transformed into, well, always changing, but I have become more of the person that I am meant to be. Okay. I adore this.
I gotta make one now.
So it hasn't even been blocked. So it's gonna be even better when I block it.
Does it even need blocked?
I don't
even
think
know.
so.
No,
It's
because
very-
your reverse stockinette's amazing.
Yeah, it's very even. Like,
Yeah.
it's very, the stitches, I'm like,
Usually you have to get like a real, like, soak that baby overnight.
no, this is like, it's so even.
Yeah.
I adore this thing. I knitted to pattern, except I think I may have added maybe 1 or 2 inches to the body.
For your long torso, yes.
Yes, for my long torso. So I adore this. If you are thinking about making this, please do. I am trying to, like, I called Heather before I got on the road to her house, and I was like,
I think maybe that Lola Bean yarn I have.
oh my goodness, the pink. Oh my goodness.
I think that might work.
It is so.
Or if I could get like a neon net DK weight.
Yes.
Mm.
And it flies off the needles.
Mm-hmm.
And I find that, I know that you don't do round yoke sweaters because,
sometimes.
I mean, you don't do a lot of them. But I find that when I do round yoke sweaters that they fly. Because
yes, I love
after you
making
finish
them,
the yoke, you're like halfway
Yeah.
done. And you're like, I just need to get through the yoke. I just need to get through the yoke. But when you get through the yoke, you already have, if it's a short sleeve, you already have most of your sleeve.
Yeah, I haven't made a round yoke sweater this year, and maybe that's why all my projects are taking forever.
Yes, there probably is. But that is not why. Heather knits faster than me, okay? She gets the stuff done. However, the knitting gods have not played fair with Heather this year. You'll see just shortly what kind of shenanigans have been going on.
So over it.
But that's what I'm wearing. I will maybe insert a picture of how I have it styled today. I just have on a midi length, midi length, I don't know what length, bubble dress. And the top of it is just a like tank top, like a stretchy, it's like a fit and flare with a bubble hem. It's my favorite silhouette.
And you have it, that one, and you have it in white, but it's too big.
Goodness.
I can fix
If
that.
you saw me at Yarn Centric, first off, it was too big. I was hot. It was so much fabric because it was too big. And then I couldn't take the sweater off because the top was like, it wasn't too big. Like, it was too big. Like, I could put another person in it.
Yeah, well, the top is stretchy. It's a knit, and it was just growing.
Yes.
The warmer you got, the more,
I really think that people don't talk, like, plus size women don't, like, we don't talk enough about how we overestimate our size. And then
Always.
I'm like, my daughter, she's like, Mom, how big do you think you're? Why did you buy this size? And I have no explanation.
Well, also, like, it just being dyed a different color, like yours is white and that one's black, like that can affect the properties, is what dyes are used. So, like, it could have been the same size and stretch different. And then if it was made somewhere else.
I was going to say, then you got, it differs from store to store.
Old Navy.
Yes, because everything I'm done. Like, I had to take a hiatus from Old Navy because everything was too big. It didn't matter.
Oh,
what
Old Navy's plus size is.
I'm like, this is so big. I bought some sweatpants.
Talk about vanity sizing. I'm like, I don't know what you're doing, Old Navy, but
yeah, I swim in there. Like, I have to go down at least 2 sizes.
But you do feel good when you leave.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm
you're like, oh, look, I bought an extra large.
I'm a size XL. The lie detector determined that was a lie. Only in Old Navy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm wearing.
Very good. I love it. I'm going to make it.
You have to.
I never thought I would make it.
You have to make it.
So
it will be so cute.
It looks so good on you. So.
And if you make it, I'll make it again because
I need that's crazy when you'll repeat a pattern.
Oh yes. I said that even before when I first started this, I was like, I want another one. It's one of those patterns where as soon as I started, I was like, I have to make another one.
But it's been like 3-4 years and you just finished your first? Yeah.
Thank you, Heather.
I mean, I know.
Yeah. I appreciate you.
It's because I'm in a bad mood.
It's okay. It's okay. It's a fact. It's a fact that I started this like years ago. Hopefully the next one won't take me as long.
It won't.
I don't think so.
I will. Chop, chop.
I was going to say Heather is.
And I would be doing that with Shayla in her Champagne Cardigan. I don't have it in me. So I have, is it an FO? Is it not an FO? This is Heather versus the Champagne Cardigan.
Fight!
And I will win. That cardigan will not win. Lessons Heather has learned.
Are you sure? Because
don't go off script.
She has been in a constant tussle with this sweater. She cannot catch a break.
No.
And you know what? I keep on saying she cannot catch a break, but I'm knitting the same thing, right? But here's the thing. I put mine in a bag and then I sit back and I watch Heather's mistakes so that I don't.
Yeah, don't even
repeat.
Don't do anything until I am 100% done.
Hers has been rectified. I then will pick mine up and breeze through it because I've learned through all of Heather's mistakes.
So, if you'll remember from last time,
then Lindsay kindly dyed more yarn. However, in the meantime, she said one of the dyes had changed.
Yeah, she had got a new jar. Yeah.
Yes, she got a new jar, and apparently
it changed some.
The dyes used in indie dyed yarn, they're not known for accuracy.
Yeah, and consistency. Yeah.
So I had to frog all the way back to the cast on.
Because I didn't have enough yarn. Got more yarn, different dye lot. It wasn't the same. I couldn't. Some people are like, oh, just do it anyway. It's fine. No.
No.
If I am going to take the time to knit something,
I'm going to knit it to the best of my ability.
Yes. So I frogged all the way back. And then last time, I think I was done with the body. I maybe had the cups on.
Yes.
So this is what I have now, and we'll talk about it more. It has been blocked. I thought I was done finally. Woo!
She is still wet. Okay.
Oh, she's been wet for 2 days.
Yeah, like this has been taking forever
yarn
to block.
never dries.
I think it's the boucle.
So the yarn, it's the Champagne Cardigan by Petite Knit. Okay. In the pattern, it has a gauge of 18 stitches per 4 inches.
Yes.
I, however, am off script because I'm using a boucle held with a mohair.
Yes.
So
which
mine
is technically a DK and a lace weight.
Yeah.
But it gives you the boucle puffs up, so it gives it like a worsted.
Yes. So mine is 14 to 15 stitches per inch. I don't really know. I can't find a stitch. I have no idea what's going on in here.
You just gotta, it's a gamble.
So the pattern was, okay. The petite knit version is knit on a size US 7 needle. I used a US 8.
Mm-hmm.
So in the original pattern, I would have
so pretty.
I would have knit either an extra large or a 2XL for myself. With the increased gauge, I am knitting an extra small. My yarn is
Heather is an extra small, guys. The lie detector determined.
yeah. Well, there is that one brand that sells, I think it's called City Chic.
Oh, yes.
And I'm a medium. I love it.
Their sizing system, thank you for that.
The yarn, the boucle is Boucle Bliss from Super Glow. Hi, Lindsay.
Hello, Lindsay.
In the color Super Graphic Ultra Modern Girl from her Chapel Roan collection.
Yes.
I am holding it with drops mohair silk in black.
Mm-hmm.
My bands.
I'm gonna put this down because I feel like I'm stretching it because it's wet.
It is the Kelborn Woolens Perennial, which is a superwash merino. Fingering weight, I'm holding it double. And the color name is Neon Pink. And then I'm holding it with mohair from Woolen Vinyl. It's called, she calls her mohair metal, no, yeah. Wait, what is it? Is it
metal? It's mohair?
No, it's mo-hair metal. So like hair metal, but mohair metal.
Love
it. In the color Strutter. Anyway, so last time I had the body done and I couldn't decide if it was too long or too short. And I was gonna make that determination, maybe rip back. I said F it.
I talked her out of it.
Yeah. I'm like, it's just gonna be long. It's fine.
I'm like, it's just gonna be a grandpa style. Like,
yeah.
Gonna roll with it.
So then I was like, I added the bottom ribbing. And then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna add the button band. So Heather did not think ahead. And so I was just like, oh, the button band. Okay, the pattern says I should use a US 2.5 needle, which seems crazy. I'm like, my body's an 8.
From an 8.
And a 2.5. But this button band is probably the most beautiful button band I've ever made. It is
stunning.
It is double knit.
Like
I thought you had to knit it and then fold it over and sew it down because I've done that before.
That freaking button band is so yummy.
But it is double knit and it took, I was like, Shayla, this button band, oh my God.
But when she showed it
to make the buttonholes,
so worth it.
The buttonholes were crazy and there were like multiple ends coming out of every buttonhole. And I was like, it's fine. I can get through this. I can do this. Plow ahead. So I did. And then I got all the way around to the end. And then it looked like this. Picture.
Insert picture.
It was in fact.
I was like, Heather, no, it looks good. And then she sent me a picture and I was like,
yeah, because, usually I'll say that'll block right out. No.
That in fact was not going to block out.
That was not going to block out. So, the sweater will not defeat me. So I ripped back to the last buttonhole I made.
Yes.
I was not doing those buttonholes again. I don't care. And my gauge seemed to have been bigger when I first started.
On the right side, on the left side of it.
Yeah, my buttonhole.
Your button, yeah.
Gauge was bigger.
It was way less ripply on the side.
I went back to here and then I did the whole thing over again. So I did like an inch of it in a US 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did like an inch of it where one needle was a US 3 and one was a 4.
It's a graduated system.
And then I finished it in a 4 and probably could have done a 5. I was doing a 4 very loosely.
Mm-hmm.
So I finally got all the way back around, finished the sweater, wove everything in. I was so excited. The sweater did not defeat me. And I blocked it. and you know, that's a time because this thing is still wet.
Yeah.
And then I tried it on. So we'll put it on for the
viewers.
For the viewers.
For the pod.
I need Nora's.
Oh yes.
Pillowcase over my face.
With the because your makeup is so pretty.
I don't wear foundation, so
but it's
not gonna hurt anything. Foundation is for the birds.
It's for Shayla. So you guys. We'll talk about this foundation
undershirt
later.
That was terrible. So.
Oh.
So it's cute. It's cute. Look at my sleeves. Wait, sorry. Stand on a chair. Tippy toes. Look at those sleeves. Where are my fingers?
Oh my God.
How did they get that big?
It grew.
Oh, mohair or boucle doesn't grow. Okay, lies. That was also a lie. So
that was a lie.
I either have to, and these were done on the 2.5-inch needle. Don't ask me.
No.
So
you think it's the yarn?
No. I don't know what it is. So either I roll up the sleeves and wear it like that, which looks okay. Or I rip back.
If you rip back, do you want to tighten it some? Or you just want it to be shorter?
The thing is, I don't want to go down an even smaller needle size. I mean, I guess I could.
I mean, you could go down a smaller needle size. It's not.
You know what else I could do? I could use the elastic thread in there.
That's true.
Yeah, but I think they need to be shorter. Or like, I look like Kurt Cobain in the 90s. My grandpa's sweater.
Not. Oh,
so F the sweater.
Round 1.
But I will win. I will win the war of the sweater.
I think you will.
Especially because
you've come too far.
I've come too far. Also because of the buttons. Don't know if you saw the buttons. My dear friend Shayla said, I have the buttons you need for that sweater. So, let us show you a button up close. Can you see them?
Buttons.
Are they on the camera?
I think so, yeah.
Those are the buttons. They are from Ken Yarn.
Who is no longer making them.
Jake stopped dyeing, and then he stopped
resin.
Making the resin buttons, and I really want to start making resin
buttons. My goodness. We've been ping-ponging this idea because we have thoughts and ideas, okay?
But between
I researched glitters. Oh my God.
My actual day job.
Podcasting, knitting.
Podcasting,
momming,
knitting, crocheting, sewing, and the managing my husband in the laser cutter.
Yes, which is a whole different debacle.
Look at that button. It's glitter.
Yeah,
it's
so good.
Black and pink and glitter, and it's
so good. I've had those. They were from my Creepy Valentine collection. And Jake made buttons for me, and they were incredible. However, I've had them for some years, and I just can't. I didn't ever have the right project. And when Heather chose this yarn, I was like, that's it. That's the yarn for these buttons. Okay?
It is.
And she was like, are you sure? I'm like, girl.
Because I had other buttons. I have black.
The buttons.
They're clear. They're translucent black.
With
glitter and with bats in them.
Those
I was going to use them, but these so much better. What I can tell you is, at least for posterity, if anybody else wants to make this sweater
off gauge
with a boucle, an extra small, I used, and it may be less now that I have to go back on the darn sleeves, but I used 1,068 yards of the boucle.
Mm-hmm.
And then approximately the same with the mohair, obviously, because I held them double. So that is 4 to 5 skeins of boucle.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to do it,
lots of ease.
I have oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not an extra small gal. My bust is a 40, depends on the bra. It's either a 46 inch or a 47 inch in my old bras that aren't shaping anything anymore. But, so I'm not a tiny gal, but that is how big the extra small is on me.
Yeah. And I was scared that mine was going to be too small. I'm like, I really want it oversized. Well, I think I'm going to get what my hand is calling for. We'll see.
Yeah.
Because
you're making a medium.
Yes. But I do have a bigger bust.
You should try mine on later.
I did try it on, and I still had positive B's. So
yeah.
You know, the lesson: do as we say, not as we do.
Yeah, the lesson here is
the pattern.
Yeah, just do what the pattern tells you.
Follow the. You know, these designers, they've taken the time to write these patterns for a reason. I know that it is tempting to go off script, and in some cases you can modify and do.
Well,
but
here's the worst part: there was another pattern I was thinking about making that called for bulky weight yarn in a 15 stitches per 4-inch gauge.
And she sent it to me, and I was like, we're just gonna do.
And I was like, no, because that takes more yarn than we have.
When we needed more yarn.
There are so many patterns on Ravelry, and when you want something as simple as a basic grandpa cardigan, just use the right pattern.
Just use the correct pattern.
Buy enough yarn.
Yeah. Going off script is always a gamble. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. I'm not going to say don't ever go off script, but pick your battles.
Well, you have to be a smarter person. You have to remember, one, that you already used a bigger needle, so maybe when you do the button band, you also use a bigger needle.
Oh my God. Yes, all of the above. Oh God.
So
sweater.
I'm gonna call it an FO.
I'm calling it an FO.
You know, and I'm not being Natalie about this. I love you, Nitty Natty.
You're not gonna.
But this sleeve's too long, too short, too long, too short. Like, I don't know how many times.
I gotta go back and cut it and then add it and then.
Yeah.
And then.
It makes for good content. So there's that.
I was very entertained, by the way, Natalie. Yes. Just let you know.
But never again. I will just knit the gauge as best I can, and
she's very special, that sweater. I will say that you will love it when you finally get it right, because it took so much effort.
I don't know. I may just
you might just be over it.
I might just throw it in a corner.
Okay, well, I don't even have that many whips today.
No?
I haven't really been, well, you're going to see why I haven't been working on lots of stuff. Because this was not even...
It's mohair city in
I
here.
think this was already at like 50% done the first time I showed it on the last episode. Well, I only have 10 more brioche rounds, so 20 more rows.
So we see what captures your...
Yes. Also,
other things takes you years to finish.
Again, this is in my crafty little fox bag. I am gunning for another one of these at Flop 2025. So
I want one of those. I need a puffer.
We shall see.
A puffer bag.
Okay.
So we last recorded 2 or 3 weeks ago. We've lost track of time.
Yeah. I think it was 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
2 weeks-ish.
Okay.
And I was here.
You were...
I had just started the purple, I believe.
Yes. And the last time we recorded 2 episodes
at one
day.
time. Yes.
Never again.
Do not recommend. Okay.
Hence the missing audio. Who knows what'll happen in episode 5.
And also I think that contributed to my editing fatigue.
Like I put off things I'm anxious about.
Well, we know that I actually
That's the human condition.
Yes. Our brain
really put off.
Yes. I have a different type of...
I feel bad because I'm like, Shayla, so have you edited any?
Yeah. Heather, I can tell. She's like, I really don't want to ask you this. But she needs to ask me because I need to be kept on track. But I think that's what I was about to say. I think that it wasn't that I'm over editing or not feeling like editing. I think the anxiety was because there are 2 videos sitting on my iPad to edit. And my brain was like, that is a huge feat. So just don't even edit anything.
Well, we had gotten multiple suggestions like, oh, you line your videos up so you can record a few in a day and then edit and you're always ready to go.
I think that's for a one person, more frequent.
That's for a 20-minute video.
Yes. Somebody who puts something out every week.
We don't know how to make 20-minute videos.
I don't think it's possible. So, yeah. Okay. So last episode, I don't know where I was at.
You not put a marker?
No.
Okay.
A progress.
I do that. I forget all the time.
Yeah. I don't know where I was at.
Ooh, it's so plumpy.
It's so plump. It is so plump.
Okay, now.
Let's have a moment for my needle stoppers from a very snazzy lady. These came from Heather. She gave me several of them and they were like different colors. And actually this is on point because even if I had 2 yellows, it would not be 2 yellows on
Mix
here.
and match.
Yes. So this.
What do we got? I don't know which is front, which is back. Does it matter?
This is the back. Okay. This is the front because that's where the center spine is on the front.
Okay.
This is the Plumpy Shawl by Andrea Mowry. It is the coziest thing.
It is the coziest
that I have ever made. This is okay. So if you've been a long-time viewer, you may have heard me mention that 2 of my bucket list goals in knitting this year was to conquer stranded color work and brioche knitting. I am proud to say that I am a fan of brioche, and I think that it's just the right amount of engagement for me. So this is the Plumpy Shawl. It is basically sections of garter and brioche. So one side is all garter. This side at the bottom, or
one half.
Yeah,
I see.
One half is all brioche,
and also
all garter.
It's so plumpy. Even the garter is plumpy.
Yes, the squish is real.
The squish factor is a.
And then the other side alternates sections of brioche and garter, which I think is very good for a first time brioche project because once you start getting overwhelmed, it's a break.
Yeah.
And then you get overwhelmed and then it's a break. So you're able to catch your breath and you're not overwhelmed with the amount of brioche you have to do.
Well, I've never done brioche. I've only done it with fingering weight. I've never done it with DK. And in fingering weight, I don't really like it that much. I mean, it's a beautiful shawl that I made, but it's also like, I have snagged that thing.
Yeah.
And
that's the thing about the brioche.
It's not very plumpy. But this.
Oh my goodness. This is a dream. And
your colors.
I'm not tooting my own horn.
She is.
But I think that my stitches look really good.
Oh yeah, they do. They're amazing.
My brioche looks really good for my first time, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything looks really good. And the yarn selection, chef's kiss. So let's
did a good job.
Thank you.
And how did you just, were you like, look at your stash, I have this goes with it, this.
Yeah. I was like, I have a single skein of, so shawls are good for single skeins. So I was like, let me look at the DK weight that I have single skeins of because you sign up for clubs, like you just acquire single skeins, whichever way you acquire them. And I don't buy single skeins, but like 2 of these were from a club color. One of these colors were, I was planning to do a hat. That's never going to happen. And then the other one I had 2 skeins of because it required 2 skeins. So let's talk about this. This pink is Pink Frosé in the Marshmallow DK from Summer Camp Fibers.
Which Katie said is coming back.
Oh yeah, she said the Pink Frosé is coming back. This color was gone for a little bit. And Katie said that it is coming back. And I'm going to insert a picture here of the...
You mean that?
Of the Go
there.
Gently cardigan that Heather knit in the pink froze. That is where my obsession with this color began.
Yay! And we weren't even
No.
yarn besties yet.
No, but I was besties with that cardigan. So it's coming back, and I am going to snag a sort of quantity of it. I'm just like,
I might need more. And I don't buy the same yarn
God,
more than
so
once.
good.
But
okay, so this is Pink Froze from Summer Camp Fibers. You can't really see it on that side, but let's look at this side. The yellow-ish color that you see here is, they say it's your birthday from Woolen Vinyl. Do you want to sing?
Yes, I do.
This blue-ish color, is it blue? Turquoise, whatever. This blue is from Spectrum Fiber.
Spectrum.
Oh my goodness, Spectrum.
That Advent went on sale like an hour ago.
It is killing me to record this video with that Advent floating
told her
around.
You can order.
I'm still having decision paralysis where I'm like 98% sure I'm going to get that Advent. But for right now, I'm still floating the idea. So
It's
easy.
so hard.
Be easy on me.
I want an Advent, but then I'm always disappointed in Advents. I don't think I'd be disappointed in that.
No.
There's certain people you just wouldn't be disappointed. Like,
yeah, Spun Right Round.
Spun Right Round, Super Glow.
Super Glow.
Teal Torch.
Teal Torch knits.
Hedgehog.
It's another one. Woolly Mama yarns. Rainbows and Sprinkles.
Oh, yeah.
Like certain dyers.
Pineapple.
Oh my goodness, pineapple yarns. Certain dyers, you're like, I know I'm gonna get what I think I'm gonna get. And even if it's not what I'm thinking, it's still going to be incredible. Yeah. So this is Spectrum Fiber. This blue is Spectrum Fiber, and it is the January 2023 club colorway. And it was, what was the club? Not Club Tropicana. It's in my Revelry, so it'll be linked below. And then the purple that you see here is also Spectrum Fiber, and this is in the color Lavender Haze. I
also want to sing that, but
yes, do not break out into song. I am obsessed with this shawl. I want to make another one. However, I do have another brioche shawl in my library from Andrea Mowry. Fun fact, Andrea Mowry is my favorite shawl designer. I have knit so many Andrea Mowry shawls, and that, in fact, was my first my first finished object that I ever knit and actually finished was the Find Your Fate.
Now, if you look up Spectrum Fiber online, make sure you spell it the British way, Fibre, because otherwise you're getting really crappy internet from Ohio that my dad used to have.
Yes.
Spectrum.
Yeah. And you know what? You might just want to go over to their Instagram and follow the link, because you also, it's not real high up if you keep scrolling either. It's good.
No.
It's taking you on a ride. I want to make another one of these. However, I'm going to refrain from doing that because I do have some other shows that are brioche from Andrea Mowry in my library that I want to get to. But oh my God, you guys.
And you'll have to look, obviously, Leslie Ann Robinson, Knit Graffiti.
Yes.
Is like the original brioche.
Oh my goodness. She's like and Lavanya, Petra, is it Petra's Nelly?
Yes.
It's Petra.
I met her at Rhinebeck 2 years ago.
So
she
cute.
was the sweetest.
Yeah, she's really cute.
The other, and Sosu.
Yes. Suzanne Summers.
Yes.
So I am a brioche convert. There you go. I remember my first Rhinebeck was in 2019, 2018, 2019, one of the two. And it was when there was the Rhinebeck Yarn Bazaar. I vended at that. And then afterward,
I've never even heard of it.
It was in
the
church.
No, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then afterward, I actually...
It was 2019.
Yeah. Yes. So I wanted to talk about, real quick, the yarn yardage. Okay, so we know that dyers or designers pad the patterns. Well, I don't know if I'm completely on gauge. Like, I don't check gauge for shawls. Nobody got time for that.
Nobody checks gauge for shawls.
But this color, which is color, this is A, B, D. Color D. She gone, okay? I only had enough to wrap around my finger one time left. So she was cutting it close, okay? Also,
does she have like a... In general, I don't think Andrea has like a tight gauge or like a...
No.
Yeah.
But this was earlier in her shawl designing. Oh man. This was earlier in her shawl designing stage. So I think she may have perfected it a little bit. But yeah, this is cutting it close. Okay, color A is what I'm using at the end, which is the pink. And I'm praying that I have enough of it, but this is what I have left. And I have...
The dogs are having an argument.
Yeah,
they're like...
Yeah. They're okay. So I have, I think, 6 brioche rows left, which means, if you're not familiar, like brioches you have to work each row twice to equal 1 row. So I have...
Well, but 2 different colors, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I do only have, 6 rows left of this.
Fine. Yeah.
But this thing is eating up yarn. And so I'm a little bit concerned. In the pattern, it is a note in there saying that color A may run out. Like, she was getting feedback from testers that color A was running out. However, I wonder if that was for the sport weight version, because this is the color that I think she was referring to, and this is my color D. So I have to go back and look at it.
Okay.
Because I purposely used this one for color D because I don't have another skein of it. So I didn't want to use this in the place where I would possibly run out of yarn. But I still cut her close. Okay.
But that's also, it's scary, but in the end, you're like,
so
didn't
satisfying.
Waste an ounce.
Oh my God. I was so, like, my heart skipped a beat when I saw that yarn had been used to that capacity. I'm like, oh my God. And also I am on this is my second bowl of woolen vinyl. They say it's your birthday. It's used a lot, like in these sections where it might look like this section right here. This is not all purple. It's a row of yellow.
Oh, so it's this purple.
Yeah.
With the yellow. That's beautiful.
And then this
really
one is
together.
the pink with the yellow. And then this one is the blue with the yellow.
Nice.
So the yellow is used a lot. And it's the only color that you need 2 skeins of. So just a note. I am so happy with this project.
I can't put it down.
Be more proud of myself.
Well, it seems like you need a project that has
a challenge. I think I need
like transitions. Like, you can't just stock in it for days.
No.
You need something to engage your mind, or you're out.
I definitely enjoy the switching.
Yeah.
Back and forth. Because it gives me small checkpoints. Like, I'm like, okay, I just need to finish. Like, I don't have to think about finishing an entire project. I just need to finish until the end of this real section. So I am in love with that. If you're thinking about knitting the Plumpy shawl, please do it. If you need help picking out colors, please contact me because that's actually my favorite part of the process. What do you have?
I have.
Now that I've yapped on about that shawl.
This little bag is from the Ginger Ewe.
That fabric is incredible.
She makes the best bags. Sorry.
That fabric.
She does make
so
beautiful bags.
Good.
And right now it's covered in baby alpaca. But so it goes.
What about that?
So I am knitting the Rift, or it's just called Rift by Jack Seaslack. My yarn.
That yarn is
it's the glaze yarn.
Your stitch stoppers
from Cake Wool.
Oh my goodness, it is so
which is
gorgeous.
50% baby alpaca, 25% silk, 25% linen.
Is it a fingering weight?
It is. When I bought it, she said it was a sport, but now she says it's a DK. It 273 yards in 100 grams.
It is really pretty.
Oh, it's
the drape
gorgeous. So I just split for sleeves. So like it's bottom up, and I cast off like the little side edges, which has a twisted rib here.
Yeah, that's really pretty. That
and then now I'm doing the front half. And here's the exciting things about this. So I'm knitting a size 4, which is a 52-inch bust. I did do some bust shaping for the E/F cup. It was minimal. I don't even know if you can like really see it in there.
Well, that's the point, right?
Yeah, like right in here, which makes me happy.
Yeah.
And there is custom bicep shaping. So basically, it kind of it doesn't have true sleeves. It's just more that it has a wide neckline, and the sleeves come off a little bit. And so basically you separate the front and the back, and then when you reconnect them again, then you have, a sleeve. So there is a formula in there, which is extremely useful. Like you plug in all these numbers, like here's my gauge, my row gauge, and here's how big the bicep in the pattern is, and then here's how big my bicep really is, and then it makes the calculation for you so you know how many rows to knit. So I think that
Jack Seaslack
yes,
with the
all
calculator.
about the shaping. So yeah, I'm hoping maybe by the next podcast I'll have this done.
Yeah, it is stunning.
And I bought myself a not perfect linen dress to wear with it.
Oh yeah, yes, you did, and it's gonna look really good with that.
Maybe I got the dress. I love the dress.
The dress is
adorable. I don't know if it'll look great with this. We'll find out. But yeah, I highly recommend. It's just like a very basic sort of t-shirt pattern. I'm gonna do. There's multiple necklines. Like there's a V-neck and a boat neck, and then you can choose if you want boat neck on front and back, boat neck just on front with a V-neck on the back, or vice versa, or a V-neck on both sides.
So it's a choose your own adventure.
Yes. So lots of different things.
We love a bang for a buck. Okay.
Yes. Oh, and then there is a long sleeve option as well.
Okay.
So you can get a lot of different things.
What's the content of this yarn again?
50% baby alpaca, 25% silk, and 25% linen.
It's so gorgeous.
It is nice.
It is
nice.
So good. I also have a linen yarn that I'm going to talk about.
Okay. Well, do you have another whip?
I only have one other whip. Like I've been plugging away at that freaking shawl. It has my entire heart. And my other project, I'm not going to harp on about it. It's just my granny striped blanket from Lucy of Edit 24. I am following the Nitty Natty modifications noted in her Ravelry.
Fingering weight.
Yes. So I am doing this in fingering weight.
You have added some.
Yeah.
Yay! Where was it last time? Do we remember?
I don't don't know. I haven't added a lot.
Did you have this hideous color in there last time?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe just above that I started.
You definitely didn't have this one in there.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Okay. So, this is going to be a queen size blanket. And it's an ongoing project. So there's no
deadline.
Yeah, there's no deadline. So I am knitting this. If you're just new here, I say it every time. I'm going to run through it. I'm using the Homespun House 2024 Advent, the Dogwood, Dandelion and Dogwood 2024 Advent calendar, and the Fangirl Fibers Toy Story Advent. I'm not sure what year that was, but
2024.
Yes, 24? No, 23.
23.
Yes, the 2023 Fangirl Fibers.
2022 was Sears catalog.
Yes.
2023 was Toy Story. 2024 was Beauty and the Beast.
Yes. So the 2023 Fangirl Fibers Toy Story Advent. Now, I adore this project, okay? I am so happy that these minis are leaving my stash. They have been living rent-free in the stash, and they have been evicted, okay? Especially if I plan to buy that Spectrum Advent.
Right?
They have to go.
So my next whip is the same thing. The what's it called? The Lucy of Attic 24 Granny Stripes blanket, Nitty Natty modification. So I'm using fingering weight, but mine's only going to be 50 inches wide, hopefully.
Because you're using an Advent.
Yes, I am using the Advent, the 2023 Spun Right Round Advent.
Which is gorgeous.
And since last time we recorded, I have done from the doggy.
Oh, I need to start putting. Okay, I'll start putting.
Look at my wiener dog.
That's so cute.
Let me see. Oh, hopefully you can see that. Can't tell. We just covered everything. And then the wee ones, crow or raven, pick one.
Or
is there. So yeah, that's all I've done. So I've started going the opposite way. So this is my center right here. And then now I'm doing the fade the opposite way. So I haven't gotten much done on that. Just the other night I picked it up because
well, you've been in a fight, so you couldn't. You're fighting for your life, so you can't knit a blanket. I mean, you can't crochet a blanket if you're fighting for your life.
No. So, but I think it's going well. It's gonna keep me warm and happy someday.
Oh, mine is so Heather's is growing this way, while mine is taking a longer time because it's
yours is longer.
Rows.
Yeah,
but it is to the point now where it keeps my legs warm while I'm crocheting.
Yes,
which is a lovely thing.
It's nice.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a hard time keeping the dogs out of it.
Oh,
and that's what I worry about.
I forgot to say that this was in a Blake Pro Magic bag with Marie at the top.
A
prototype.
Prototype.
Yeah.
You're still working on that.
Yep. Heather has been doing grueling FaceTime calls.
We discuss much bagging.
Trying to get to the bottom of it.
I only have one more whip.
I don't have any other whips. But I did want to talk about something that's not an acquisition, but something that I have plans for. Well, I'm talking about this in acquisitions. I just wanted to touch on this.
Go ahead, and then I'll do my last being close to a whip.
So this...
I like that bag.
...is when I was planning to design a fanny pack. And it might still come to fruition.
Oh.
So this would be... And also, I was going to make it so that you could turn it into a... crossbody.
Oh, cute.
So this essentially would be the fanny pack, and then on the back I would put a loop of vinyl with 2 rivets where you could slide it onto your belt, and it could be a belt bag. So this is maybe designed to come.
Let me tell you, it takes Shayla a really long time
to commit.
I
just want
go through the prototyping and then decide what you want. Make it perfect.
Yes.
And then you still second guess yourself.
Okay, so just to let you guys know, there is a Q-tip, a cotton swab here, and a bobbin. So
those belong.
Yeah, just go put those back in the project bag. Just and don't forget a swatch for a look at my hose. Okay, that is also in there. So there's your project.
Wait, it's proof you swatch.
Yes. Sometimes. Okay, so this is a yarn that I just wanted to touch on because Heather's Rift yarn has reminded me that I really, really want to use this. This is Low Key Flex from Kiara Wiggins. It is a hand spun. And I got this from her last year. So not 2024 Yarn Centric. She didn't have enough of it, so I ordered it in and she sent it to me. This is Low Key Flex. It is, oh wow. Can you look it up? I don't know the content. It's
linen.
It's linen, but it's something else in here. Well, this is, I think she said it's classified as a finger and weight, but she spun mine a little thicker. So she said it could be used as a sport weight. So because I wanted to make a sport weight pattern with it.
What is it?
Oh, it's not on her website. Type in Low Key Flex, Kiara Wiggins. Oh no, just type it in here because it's exclusive to a yarn shop.
Low Key.
Yeah. Low Key Flex. Yeah, right there, the first one. So it's exclusive to Weaver House. That's but I got it from her at a show.
I don't want to join your mail. Okay, 50, 20, 50% merino, 20% flax, 30% tussa silk.
Okay, so that's what this is. I am planning to make a big, is it a big rib lace wagon? Rib lace raglan by James M. Watts. And I'm hoping that I have enough because this is hand spun. It didn't come with like a ball band with all the yardage, and it's just, we're going to hope it's enough. I think it is because she told me that she made them larger so that she could be sure that I had enough for a project. So, and this is, I feel like I ordered 3, but this is 2. Or is this?
You feel like that a lot.
Editing Shayla might come back to let you know. I mean, I'm going to put it on screen.
Put your
how many, yeah. So I just wanted to touch on that. And, there's also a stitch marker in here from Little Fox Yarns.
Oh, well, that's nice.
It's a little origami fox.
Ah, I wonder who made that for Little Fox.
It's a Twin Mountain.
Of course.
Yeah, of course it is.
Okay, my last whip, and I'm calling it a whip because I taped the pattern pieces together today. But in my recent travels, I'm always like, I don't have a garment bag. I need a garment bag. So I looked up some garment bags, and what did I find? A pattern. Like, I'll just make my own garment bag. So I am going to make, I pieced the pattern together today, the Friday garment bag from Friday Pattern Co. It is
fabric.
This particular pattern is it can be free. It's a pay as much as you can.
Okay.
They offer a variety of those.
System.
And they ask that you at least pay this much because that keeps the program alive so that they can make other patterns that people can use. So I did.
That's really nice.
I paid for the pattern. I got some of my stuff in for it. I'm making 2 different ones. I got in my zippers.
I might include a video of the FedEx person.
Yes, because we combined an order for Wall Walk.
Yes. Because one thing about us is that we're not paying We can buy $6,000 in merchandise, but we won't pay $6 for the shipping.
Well, you know,
but we both needed stuff.
Well, it's also then more packaging, more emissions, more.
Yes.
So why do that? So I was going to make mine. I was going to make two, one for me, one for my husband. I was going to make mine out of this. I think they're guinea pigs. They could be hamsters.
I think they're guinea pigs.
I don't know which ones these are. I do think they're guinea. I don't know.
I think they're guinea pigs.
Maybe. One or the other. I was going to use that.
They're of the Rodentia family.
Yes. I did not, in fact, have enough of that. So for mine, I got to shift gears, use a different fabric. That is a cotton canvas, and I wanted to use a cotton canvas. I could use a cotton and just interface it.
Yes, to give it some weight.
For my husband's, I'm going to use this beautiful IKEA fabric I have, which, if you can tell on there, they're basically fat cats.
If I find a like a full, so you can see,
I
like
can
a
just
full...
open it because I'm gonna cut it soon. I'm not washing it first. So it's a garment bag. Okay. I had to tear it. It was so pretty.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Oh, it's so nice.
Look at this.
This is, why can't you guys have, they can't have a normal white garment bag, a black garment bag.
I might have to go back to IKEA and see what else they have for my very own. Because this actually, I don't remember how much it was, but it's 59 inches wide, so close to a 60 inch, and 118 inches long. So that's more than 3 yards.
Yes.
Yes. So
that's
IKEA
nice.
For the win. So that is what I'm going to be working on. I'm hoping by the next podcast, at least one will be done.
We were talking about how expensive the zipper is, but it is stunning. She's expensive. Yes. But she's worth it, okay?
Well, that is a 36-inch zipper.
Yes.
And it's metal. And it's not a jacket zipper.
Yeah, it has a
because it doesn't open at the other end.
And it's heavy.
So it's more specialty. Yeah,
yeah, she's heavy.
Yeah. It was from the pants and skirts section. Okay. And I was like, well, if you use denim, you use metal teeth. So I didn't want to use a nylon coil because I break those a lot. And I'm like, wow, that is a beefy.
Yes. So we like a good zipper.
Yes.
So. Like, invest the money, get the good zipper.
Yeah, it's a YKK zipper, which I watched a whole special on how YKK became YKK and how they've gotten so big and stuff. Yeah,
it was very interesting.
It was really good.
Yeah,
because you know where the first zipper, the first patent with a zipper, what it was?
What was it?
Footwear.
Imagine that.
I might find it and you can,
I can see that.
But that was the first time. That's why zippers were made, for easier putting on footwear.
Yes.
All right.
So,
stash position.
I think we are done with whips. Hopefully some of those will move on to a different section. Well, we know the shawl will, because
that shawl will be done.
And tonight. So we're going to move on to stash positions. This is going to be a relatively short section because, well, I say that now. Let me just not speak. Let me just be quiet, okay? I'm just going to be quiet. So I'm going to first go over my yarn. Should I do my yarn? Do you have yarn?
I have no yarn.
Okay, so I'll do my yarn.
In the last 3 weeks, I have not received any yarn.
Keyword. Received. Well, I have received an order of yarn, and I just talked about her in my shawl, and this is an order from Summer Camp Fibers. She has, and it's still going on, I believe. I don't know if it'll still be going on when this video goes live, but she has a bunch of, I think she calls it her summer or spring sale, and it's a bunch of worsted and DK weight. And I got these. Oh my god, they are so pretty. These 4 skeins of double bubble in her marshmallow worsted. So the same marshmallow DK, the same weight as the pink froze in the show, but just a different weight.
I don't think she's having a. I think the sale's over.
Oh wait, did you go to sale?
Where's sale? Oh, to that button that says sale.
Yeah, you know, the sale button.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. So, when I purchased this, that was when the Andrea Mowry spring cow for the flippy hat was going on, and Katie was running a special where, in addition to whatever your total was for this, if you bought 2 or more skeins of worsted weight, you got an additional 20% off of each skein. And these were in her sale section, so I got an additional 20% off of the sale price, which would recommend.
Made it a...
Yeah, it was a very incredible deal. But also, her yarn... so this yarn was already in my cart before the special... because she had announced that there was a sale. This also came in that order, and this is also the marshmallow worsted, and this is in the color...
Is it Rainbow Sprinkles?
Rainbow Sprinkles. And it's round up because I am planning to cast on a flippy hat. I just didn't do it when the cow was going on. I had another brioche project to focus on. Thank you very much. But I am planning to hold these 2 colors together for a 2-color brioche hat. This color is the Hawaii Bazaar Pumpkin Patch Princess. Pumpkin.
Yes.
I'll put the name of it on the screen. Yes. So this was also a sale item, that a one-off that she had in her shop when she had a sale, and I snagged this. So those are all of my yarn acquisitions.
And look, it found a home.
Yes. And the double bubble. What am I planning to make with it? I'm so glad you asked. I am planning to make I believe it's the Avenue vest by Tori Yu. It is a vest that is a play on her Avenue T because it has the same neckline, I believe, and the decreases around the neckline are beautiful. Anyway, I am planning to do a Avenue vest in this double bubble, and I'm planning to do an kind of oversized version with the V-neck. So
cute.
We shall see. Okay.
I got these fabric gel marking pens that I had to talk about.
Fun times.
These are from Wawak, and these are professional erasable fabric gel pens. So you can mark on your fabric, and it's not chalk that you have to somehow get off of there, and that little brush never does it.
Okay, so wait, can I? Wait.
Yes.
Heather, when I first told her that I used these, she was like, they don't work. And I was like, yes, they do. So when she cut fabric for me, I sent her home with some. And she was like, oh, they're amazing. So
absolutely amazing. I highly recommend those.
Yeah, I also...
You got some... Yes, you got some more.
I also got some because they're a staple. But if you're marking a lot of fabric, they go fast.
Yeah.
Which is why...
You're marking more fat. This will last me the rest of my life.
Yeah. This will last me probably... Well, in between me losing them. So, anyway.
That's a different story.
It's neither here nor there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you want to show any other?
Just some fabrics.
What do you have?
We have some fabrics.
Yes, we do.
I added some fabrics to my fabric stash.
So the last time we recorded, Heather said, if you come over here soon enough, we can go to domesticity. Well, thank you, Heather, for...
You're welcome.
Thank you so much We, in fact, did end up at Domesticity, and
We did.
boy, did we end up there.
Well, they were having a sale.
Yeah, the end of bulk sale.
The end of bolt sale. So if you bought whatever was left on the bolt, you got 20% off. So there's me and Shayla. I hope this isn't in our last video. It could be, for all I know. We don't know.
No, I don't think it's in our, because we didn't show the... Cut it out.
There we are, counting all the layers left on the bolt. Like, okay, because I can't buy a lot. I don't need a lot, but let's just find the ones with like 2 or 3 layers on them.
We're like, this one it's deceiving. It has 7 layers. Put it back.
Yeah. Some you couldn't tell. Those were wrapped tight.
And some of them were crooked. So, like, you missed some.
Yeah.
You went back through it with a fine-tooth comb. You're like, I thought it was 4 layers on here. And it, in fact, is 10.
And, you know, Shayla buys fabric to make bags to sell to people. I buy fabric to make crazy dresses and skirts and stuff. So
They are incredible, by the
but
way.
we are sharing this one.
Yes, we are.
It's Ruby Star Society.
So I already have some of this in stash because Heather got me a yard of it before.
Just feel that selvage. Like, how nice the cotton is.
Yes, it's like premium.
Like, this is not your Joann's quilting cotton.
Well, it is. If you ever order from Joann's online, you probably know that they have like a premium quilt cotton section.
Yeah,
where
like
that's-
Kona cotton. And
Yes,
yeah,
Robert Kaufman.
Yes.
Yes, this is that.
Yes, it is nice, tight weave, very fine cotton.
Yes.
And then I got this.
Very mod.
Very mod. I was going to make some skirts that I think this might make a really good waistband. And pockets for.
That is really pretty.
I got some of the seed fabric. Also, Ruby Star Society. Basically, I just love Ruby Star Society, and they can do no wrong.
It's pretty good.
I think, who was it? Sophie from
Botanical
had sold some bags last year with this fabric.
Oh, with this one?
Yes.
Okay.
And then another, not sure, probably pockets, waistband. Who cares?
Another mod.
I love this. It is wild.
It's good.
Wild. It's amazing. So
They're
that was
incredible.
that was
Your
my
fabric haul.
My fabric haul.
Well, I also fell into the Ruby Star. We'll start with the Ruby Star. Are all of these Ruby Star?
I think so.
Man, I also fell down the Ruby Star Society rabbit hole. But in my defense, there is a lot of it at our local quilt shop.
Yes.
So, I got this hot sauce fabric.
Yeah, that one might not be Ruby Star, but I don't know who it is. This one is Mini Market.
Mini
no,
Market.
That's Flamin' Hot.
Flamin' Hot.
And I don't know, screen pitted in Japan, Beth Gray for Cotton and Steel.
Cotton and steel. Love cotton and steel as well. I used to do a lot of cotton and steel when fabric.com was still around.
Oh, who doesn't miss fabric.com?
I know. It was such a good time.
Imagine all these companies buying out like these fabric stores and then not knowing how much work and how difficult it is to manage cutting and selling
fabric. Yeah.
And here we are. Now they're all dying.
Yes. Yeah. So I got that. This was already on sale, and then it was also the end of the bulk. So she was a good deal.
Yes.
Hot sauce. If you haven't learned anything from, I like a deal. I saw a post the other day and it said just because it's on sale doesn't mean you need it, and
that
is the lie detector determined that was a lie.
No, I try to do that with yarn.
I try to,
especially like when it comes to like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Small Business Saturday.
Yes,
there's so many sales, and especially
it's overwhelming
on yarn and stuff. And I'm like, but I don't need it. So
even if it's on sale,
and I want it, but how about I wait and buy it when I'm going to use it?
Or when you actually thought about the purchase.
Yeah, and pay full price.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, and if it's meant for you to get it on sale, it'll be on sale again.
And small businesses shouldn't be giving discounts on Small Business Saturday. But
you should just be, because our profit margins are already.
So maybe, have a fancy product come out on Small Business Saturday. I'm okay.
Also,
is that upside down?
Is this upside down?
That side's upside down.
Yeah,
there you go.
This I found also in the remnants.
That makes me want to roller skate.
Me too. Also, that one makes me want to roller skate. That top one.
I love that.
Is this Ruby Star?
Yes.
This is Ruby Star for sure.
Tis.
This is my pink sloth fabric.
Oh.
They are really cute. I tried to leave them, but I kept going back, and
she did.
I realized that they just had to come home with me. This was also the end of the boat. All of these are the end of the, but I think this is my favorite. Favorite fabric find.
I just noticed the little jacks on it.
I think that's what sold me. The hot pink jacks. This is my balloon dog fabric. Wait, I think it's upside down on that side. This thing.
Is it a directional or not?
I think
I don't think it's a bi-directional. So
listen, you guys, you can figure it out.
It is so cute.
Obsessed with that, and obsessed with balloon animal fabric.
Well, I'm gonna bust in here because I got you this at Lidl. At my local Lidl, which I love that store.
So many good things at Lidl.
Crazy. I also bought a pickle jar. You know, where you can turn it upside down and it drains all the juice out of the pickle, so you can just take one out. But
that's actually one of those things where you don't know that you need it, but you need it.
Yes. So I got you a wiener dog.
This
balloon animal.
Is so cute.
But you can't have it yet because I'm going to get a neon pink spray paint and spray paint him.
I'll die. This is so cute.
He could go in your studio.
Yes, with the unicorn, the huge unicorn.
Yes. The giant unicorn.
It's very whimsical in there.
But like a wiener dog balloon animal.
Goodness. I love it. Thank you. Oh my goodness, the nose. It's so cute. It's so cute.
You have more fabric. Oh yeah.
I just had a charm pack.
Charm packs.
Charm pack.
Charm packs are going to be the death of me. I love a charm pack.
I'm just showing you guys. So this is a Ruby Star Society charm pack. And what sold me on this charm pack were these freaking goldfish.
Oh, the goldfish.
Was it these?
There's a couple different ones in there. There's also capybaras in there.
I think, but this, once I saw the goldfish, I was like, yes, please.
Yeah. Add to cart.
Immediately. So, yeah. And it is capybaras in here. Oh, they're on the
just
front.
on the front. Capybaras.
They're so cute. So that is my fabric haul.
Very nice.
They may be coming to a bag near you.
I had one other thing because I haven't shown you this. So I'm obsessed with those mini brands.
Yes.
Even though there's so much packaging, so much waste, it kills me. But
it's fun.
We were in Ohio, and my husband's like, you need some things to cheer you up. So
to ground you.
He was like, here, they have a kawaii, or kawaii, however you want to say
kawaii.
Set. And in it, I had to show this one thing that I got in here.
Show me these minis.
I did not show you these, but I got the unicorn eggs.
I'm devastated that you didn't show me
open.
This.
Oh my god! You have your little carton, and then open those up. Open the little unicorn eggs.
OMG! You guys!
Oh my god, they're so funny!
Oh my god, they're so cute. Wait, can you see them? Maybe I'll put a picture in.
You also have to put in a picture of this other thing that my friend sent me.
I want these.
So my friend Megan.
These are adorable.
Was looking for a particular squishmallow.
Yes.
Because her son had one and her daughter wanted it. So she had to go around to find this squishmallow.
I love a sibling.
And she said that it was crazy because the squishmallow immediately made her think of me.
And then
insert squishmallow. And then she looked at the name on the squishmallow. So this
meant to be
rainbow cat unicorn squishmallow is named Heather.
Heather the Catacorn is the name of this squishmallow.
I mean, how did they know?
They knew.
They did.
They always know.
They saw me. Somebody.
It's
my phone is listening to me and determined this. I know it.
They're watching. Always watching. Always watching. Yeah.
All right, life.
Life is life, and as per the usual.
As I've said multiple times, I had to go to Ohio, northeastern Ohio, yet again.
Fun times.
But that meant I had a lot of car knitting.
And you got with goldfish.
Yeah, with Gertrude in my lap.
Gertrude is so cute.
It was difficult to knit with Gertrude in my lap.
You just gotta choose the right project for her.
Right. I got to visit the Costco in Mayfield. And when I go to northeastern Ohio, Cleveland area, I'm like, oh, it's so nice. There's no traffic. It's amazing. It's because they were all at Costco. Yeah. Every single person who lives in Cleveland was at Costco. It was insane. It was a Friday.
That's why it was quiet.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was a Friday. It was crazy.
Well, the Costco by me, it doesn't matter what day it is or what time it is. It's always like a club.
I mean, mine isn't great. And there's some hours where like the average age is.
I've never not seen that parking lot like front to back.
Oh yeah.
Like
this was wild. But
people are camping out at the Costco.
The good news is I did get to see some cousins I haven't seen in a while. I got to see my cousin Holly she came up with her daughter and her son and a friend, and it was really nice to spend time with her. And I got to see my cousin Karen, who Holly's on my mom's side of the family. Karen's on my dad's side of the family. Karen and I never got to hang out a lot as kids. They lived in Bakersfield and then in near Tulsa. But Karen is like super into like our family history.
Ah, so she's a good resource.
Yes. And so we share pictures when we can find them. And then she was also going to see my cousin, well, second, third, fourth, fifth cousin, Danny.
7th, 8th.
But Karen got the info and found out for sure. We always thought it was a rumor. So my last name is Mangine, but I had always been told by the elders that it's actually not Mangine, it is Mancini.
Which is not far from what Carter calls you.
Oh, see? Well, they found the records and found out actually what happened. And indeed, my grandfather's last name, not my grandfather, my great-grandfather was Mancini. And when my grandfather, and this is kind of how the story goes, went to get married, the nuns wrote in half English and half Italian. So in Italian, Mancini is actually Mancini. Somehow the last vowel became silent and the CH sound in English was sort of a G sound. So here we are, Mangine. So if you know another Mangine, they're actually
Mancini.
Very likely related to me in some way through the family. But I thought that was super exciting.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
It's so cool to learn about your family history. Like, there's so much that we don't know.
Oh, yeah. Like, so I'm like basically half Italian and half German. And then some of these German last names and stuff that I saw in the family. I was, because like my grandmother's maiden name was Crowder. It's pretty German.
Yes, very German.
And then her mother's maiden name was like Gundelach. So,
Whew.
What have you been doing?
I would like to know something like that. My last name is boring. Okay. I have been existing, working,
prototyping,
planning my daughter's 16th birthday dinner. I cannot believe that I have a 16-year-old. It's very surreal. Hi, if you didn't know, I have kids. I have a 16-year-old and a almost 14-year-old. But my daughter's turning 16. I'm planning her sweet 16. It's driving me insane. She is very particular. And that's what's really...
She having a quinceañera or something? Like,
no. It's just a dinner, but it's a dinner at a restaurant, and I'm doing like some table runners, centerpieces. I am actually very extra. I love the decorating and not coordinating. I like the decorating portion because my creativity can come out. And I'm always seeing stuff online, and I'm like, I can make that. Like, I can make 4'1".
This is why I say Pinterest needs a comeback.
Yeah. Well, Pinterest never was on. I was always true to Pinterest.
See, I think I need to do less Instagram, which I haven't been doing much lately.
Well, Pinterest has been picking up momentum, and I've read a blog where they talked about how well Pinterest has been elevating small businesses and like getting them out there. So, yeah. So that's what I've been doing. Regular schmegular.
My younger son actually just turned 15. So we had some stepbrothers over, and I had to spend an afternoon at Sky Zone.
And Heather had the time of her life.
I mean, the music was decent. It wasn't, if you go early enough to Sky Zone. Music? No, it wasn't mumble. It was actually like, there was some Chapel Roan and neon trees.
Okay.
A few good things in there. I was like, okay. But then at a certain time, all the little kids started showing up.
That was when it was time to go.
And that's when my son was like, all right, this is not fun anymore. Let's go home. And I'm like, but I paid for the...
Just get your.
Then I'm like, what am I complaining about?
Get your stuff.
Let's go.
Heather, you're getting a pass. Take the pass.
And you got to see your niece?
Yes. So last weekend, for Memorial Day, Lamont, my husband, threw some stuff on the grill. It was very last minute. We waited until like 3:00, and we were like, oh, let's go to the grocery store. Let's throw something on the grill. Well, my sister was already in town because she lives about 45-50 minutes away from me. She was here picking up my nephew from my mom's, and she was like, oh, we'll swing by. Well, my niece was with her, and she had my baby niece, which is her baby. So my great niece.
Your great niece?
I think.
Great Aunt Shayla.
It's me. She had her, and this is the first time that I've seen her since they left the hospital, and the baby is adorable.
And Lamont sick?
Lamont is sick.
Is he a good sick, like, or is he a big baby sick?
I
don't think he watches. It's okay.
He is. He's a pretty good sick because I'm not a coddler, so you don't have a choice.
Yeah. My husband's a pretty good sick.
Yeah. I'm like, pull yourself together.
Here's some NyQuil. Here's a Gatorade. I'll see you in like 36 hours.
I had cough drops, Dayquil and NyQuil, and some juice delivered to the front door. And he's been quarantined downstairs, and I've been upstairs knitting. So that's been fun.
Nice. So, what are we knitting to? What are you knitting to? Okay, let's start with
collectively what we've been knitting.
Yes. TV?
Well, I don't think we've been.
Well, I've been doing some TV, so I'll do my TV first. Okay. So I finished Daredevil.
Okay.
The Daredevil Reborn. Freaking love Daredevil. I can't help it. It's just, I'm not like a big superhero.
Yeah.
I usually like comedies. Daredevil.
Love
it. It was really good, really good. And I'm halfway through Andor season 2.
I heard that was good.
In addition, I also anything Star Wars I will gobble up. So, season 2 of Andor. Andor is amazing. It's a really good show. It's like super well done. And
I heard that it was really good.
Then I turned on my TV the other day, and the LG channels had my favorite show ever for free. Well, my favorite long form show, not my favorite sitcom. And it's also free on Tubi, but La Femme Nikita.
Which is...
Because Peta Wilson is my girl crush.
Yeah.
And if you don't know this show, it was on from like 97 to like 02. Yeah, it's...
Yeah, I remember it from the early 2000s.
It was on USA.
Yeah.
But yes, if you have... Tubi is a free app.
Yes.
So go on Tubi, look for La Femme Nikita.
Go on Tubi and use caution, though.
Yeah. I mean, no...
There's some stuff on there.
No smartphones on La Femme Nikita, and there's a few, like, oh, are we online kind of things that I'm like...
It's definitely giving dial-up.
How far we've come, but her fashion
is
always
actually a resurgence. Like, it's come back.
And the music in that show is so good. Like, I even have the soundtrack. Like, that's how obsessed I was. Yes, so good. So good. So.
That's when TV was still really good, too.
Yes.
Like, in that time. Yeah.
It had, like, another good, like, 5-10 years after that. You know, like, the OC.
Yes.
Love
the OC was they were messy. Okay, they were messy.
Podcasts.
I have been... The usual.
Yeah.
I've been watching
anything you haven't mentioned before.
Knit You Up, which I've only watched 2 of her episodes, but her most recent one was her yarn stash organization / tour. And I was very intrigued because most of the yarn stash tours and organization videos that I find on YouTube are usually not hand dyed yarns. They usually, so it's so interesting to me because my stash is predominantly hand dyed, indie dyed, and so I'm so nosy. So when I see somebody organizing their indie dyed yarn, I'm like, oh,
yeah,
what do they have?
Yeah,
how do they organize it? What do they have? What weights do they like? So that was fun. I think it's the Copycat Stitch. Love her podcast, and also. She has a co-host, which is her cat, and it is so cute. Aww. Like, I love it. Her cat just, like, sits on her lap the entire time.
That's adorable.
And she's talking, and he's just, like, really into it. Yeah.
Oh, it makes me miss my cat.
Yeah. So, that is it's really cute.
One different one that I haven't mentioned before that I've been watching is Jack in the Attic.
Yes.
She's very gotherific. Love it.
I do like her.
Reminds me of my earlier days, but she
emo rock star days.
Or when I was in high school, progressive. Yeah.
Love that language.
Yeah, progressive. And music was separated at the Camelot music store by pop.
Progressive.
Progressive. It was a time.
I don't know what they were progressing to.
But she just had an episode that is something like, sometimes you just have to sew a rat.
Yes.
And it's her just...
It's a black rat. It's like a black
hand sewing together a rat with like it's like a heavy rainstorm in the background. And it was very tranquil. And she's sewing a rat. And I was like, she could live in Baltimore, you know, because...
The rat.
Sew a rat.
In the rain.
Everybody's knitting or crocheting these chickens.
Those chickens.
Whatever. But Jack is sewing a rat.
Right. Yep.
So I loved it.
And that's what we like, the resistance.
And even though we mentioned Nitty Natty a lot, I will mention her sock week is coming up.
Yes.
So this year the theme is Ice Cream Social. And she had an episode out about that. And
where she announced the sponsors.
Yes. And that super glow yarn. I'm like, well, great. Now I got
and the ice cream sandwich.
stitch markers.
The narwhal with the ice cream cone.
Ice cream cone horn.
Yeah.
And then the little Neapolitan ice cream sandwich. Yes.
Yeah.
So I might have to do sock week this year.
You might have to. Especially
super glow
for Super
socks.
Glow. That Super Glow. And she showed a clip of it knit up in her last episode.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
But there's also some really good So Happy Jane.
Yes.
I can't remember who else.
Check out the video.
Which I think So Happy Jane's name might be Heather too.
You
Everybody's
just
name
want
is Heather.
everybody's name to be Heather.
No, we're just all the same age.
Do you have anything else?
We have books.
Oh man.
Books.
Guys,
Books.
when we were on our way to Domesticity, Heather and I were talking books. And she was like, oh, you got to get this one. So I went on to the Libby app and put this book on hold. And I figured it was very popular because it had a long line waiting. Well, it came up pretty fast. Oh my goodness. This book took me on a ride.
That was like 2 books in one. So the book is called Lights Out by Nevessa Allen.
Yes.
It's a spicy kink
Romantic.
Is it? I
True
guess
crime.
it's a
It's a
yeah,
lot
it's
going
sort of
on.
like true crime adjacent.
Yeah, it's a lot going on.
Romance. I mean, in the end, it was a romance.
Yes.
Yes,
in the
yes.
end, yes.
Okay. And yeah.
Regardless how they got there.
But it's like, you read like the first half of the book, and you're like, okay, this is going somewhere.
You thought you knew what was going on.
And then you're in the second half of the book, and you're like,
I can't even. This book, insane.
it took a turn. I mean, it was still highly entertaining.
It was entertaining, yes.
But you were like,
I couldn't believe that we were in the same book.
Everything you thought was going to happen did not happen.
I'm like, how did we get here? What?
It was wild. It was like,
I would recommend that book because if you want to be taken on a ride, that's the book for you. It was very entertaining.
Yes. In the audiobook, it was a female voice actor and a male voice actor.
Which I like.
Yes.
I hate when they like
oh yeah.
one is like doing the other voice. It's very annoying to me. So that made it more entertaining,
yes, it
I
did.
believe.
And I
don't know
enjoyed the
if I'm gonna take any other book recs from Heather.
the MMC.
Yeah, the MMC.
Oh, you loved it. You know it. But I was like, oh my God, did you get to this chapter? And
I could not. And then one day my AirPods died and I was listening to it and my son came in the room and I was like, and he's like, what? And I'm like, nothing. I'm good. It's good.
No. Definitely the audiobook needs noise canceling headphones.
And turn your phone down a little bit.
Yeah.
Turn your device down just a tad so that nothing is escaping.
Yeah. So read that one.
Yes.
I'm glad I read it. Like
I am too. It was good.
I was highly entertained.
Yes.
I needed to know what was going to happen next.
It was good, and it had a good level of spice, kink. It was good.
And I realized some things about myself, like things that I do not enjoy.
Same.
Like nope,
that's
nope,
not a good idea.
That's not for me, no. But
same. But overall, it was entertaining.
Good for them. Glad they found each other.
So glad they found each other.
And then there's a second book coming out soon. Same author. I don't know.
Oh, it's
yeah.
the same author.
It is. It's her. Because I looked it up. Remember her cousin Nico?
Yes.
It's spoiler.
Anyway,
yes, and then I'm in the middle of A Strange Hymn.
Okay.
HYMN. It is the second book in the Bargainer series by Laura Thalissa.
Okay. And what genre?
Romanticy.
Okay. All right.
It's entertaining. I like it.
Okay, so
she's
the
a
first
siren. He's the king of night or something.
We like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. What about you? More?
That's the story of our lives. I have been on a thriller, psychological thriller ride with Adele Parks. I think the last episode I mentioned in Adele Parks' book that I had just finished. I just finished another one. Last Woman Seen.
First Wife's Shadow.
Okay,
First
the one
Wife's
before that
Shadow.
was Last Woman Seen. This one is First Wife's Shadow, and
I don't know. I don't think I can do psychological thrillers.
it was good.
I know psychological.
Yeah, it's really psychological.
That stuff can happen.
I'm just like,
I need something to take me out of reality.
That book was wild. I'm not even going to give like a overview because I don't want to spoil anything. But basically it's a couple. They're married. It is not what it seems. And it's insane. And they end up being linked together in a different way in the end of the book. And I was like, her mind is really twisted. But it's okay. I have another Adele Parks book that just became available. So we'll talk about that next time. That's basically it.
Oh, didn't you read something by Kristen Ritter?
Retreat. Okay, so Kristen Ritter, I always call her Jessica Jones.
Or the bee in Apartment 23.
Yes. Yeah. Kristen Ritter is an actress, also a knitter, and now an author. She wrote a psychological thriller.
So it was fiction. It was fiction.
Yes.
Okay.
But it was read by the author.
Oh, I love that.
It was so good.
Love when a book's read, like David Sedaris books.
It was so good.
Read by David Sedaris. So good.
The book was good. I love the narration of it. The book was good. It's psychological thrillers. After you've read a lot of them, you can kind of like predict some of what's gonna go on. It did have some surprises, so that was good. I was excited. Because I saw that she was writing a book, and at the end, like, she dedicated it to her son, and that was really sweet. So read that. The Retreat. You're in for a treat. All psychological thrillers are a treat. You probably cannot read a psychological thriller. It'll probably really give you anxiety.
No, I mean, I read Misery by Stephen King.
Stephen King was that psychological thriller, or was that like horror? Because Stephen King is like horror.
Yeah, I would never, I don't know. I classify that one as more of a psychological thriller, but I can't, no horror. I don't read.
Yeah. I went down a horror road for a little bit, but I realized it was not for me. Like, I read Parable of the Sower by Octavia Butler and Kindred, which the show was trash. The show version of that book was trash. But yes, it's not The Reformatory. That was really good. Read that. Proceed with caution.
No. I like to sleep at night.
Yeah. And I listen to those books at night. So, okay.
And, we have a new segment for the end.
We do. So we took a page out of By a Thread Knits. By a Thread Knits. Anyway, she talks about her favorite things, like things that are her faves at the moment. So we thought that we would share a few of our favorite things.
Yes.
And I'll let you go first.
Okay, so I had to rein Shayla in. We only get one.
Yeah, I was like rapid firing, and Heather was like, no, we can only do one. We'll run out. And I was like,
one of our favorite things per podcast.
Yes.
So, products, foods, vacations, anything. Yeah. Okay. Well, mine's a product this week. Yours is a product?
Mine is a product.
Okay, you go ahead.
You go.
Oh, okay. One of my favorite things, and I think this will be a nice Little thing for the high BMI ladies out there, or just those with chubby thighs.
Yeah.
But the Thigh Society Chub Rub shorts. Specifically, well, they're all good, but specifically they have ones that are for cooling.
Oh my goodness. Love a cooling product.
And these aren't cheap. They're like $30, $40 for a pair of shorts.
But if you've ever experienced chub rub, you will pay for those.
And I have
shorts.
bought many over the years. Like, I had a pair of core shorts from the company I used to work for. I wore those things till the seams, like the thread.
I had some from Spain.
Fell apart. And I've bought some from Jockey and some from Amazon.
Yeah.
And they always roll up.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
The Thigh Society cooling. Well, their regular ones are great, but also their cooling ones. Like, these things, they're not shapewear. They're very stretchy, but they have a lot of elasticity, so they go back to your shape.
And most of all, they create that barrier that you need. Okay.
So that is one of, and I've gotten 2 people since me to buy them.
Yes. And now 3, because.
Yes. I highly recommend, worth every penny, Thigh Society.
All right. So my favorite thing for this week is beauty related. It is my foundation. This is the House Labs foundation from Lady Gaga. I got it in Sephora. The formula of this, like, it's so good. And sometimes, like, as a person of color, you have, like, I have combination skin, and sometimes the reviews for products, you got to take them with a grain of salt, because if it's not coming from a person with the same skin type, you can't really like trust them. Trust whatever they said about the Lady Gaga foundation. Do it. Get it. I'm at the end of my bottle. I'm like trying to pump like every last drop up.
Do you think it's good for women of no color as well?
Yes.
Okay.
I think
I have a friend. She
it's
needs a new base. So
yeah, it's one of those that I think is good for. I've seen it on all skin tones, and it's not disappointed on any of them.
wow.
And the formula is so good. I forget what it's. I'll put a picture of it up. But also, the shade range is so good. Like, it's like, you don't, like, when you look at foundations, they have like light beige, dark beige, tan, dark tan. No, this is like tan with a golden undertone, tan with a golden yellow undertone.
Oh,
it's just like,
Lord, I don't even know what I am.
No, you're gonna have to figure it out. Well, Lady Gaga will help you. It's really good. So if you haven't tried it, or if you're looking for a new foundation, try it. She is pricey, but she is worth it.
Okay. Well, there are some things that, I mean, there's a lot of things I'll buy cheap.
Yes. This is my first like higher end foundation that I've ever used. I am a Maybelline Fit Me girly through and through. Do not get it twisted, okay? If you have ever seen me prior to the last like 4 months, that was the Maybelline. Yeah.
So yeah, foundation, makeup is, you shouldn't be putting Wet n Wild on your face.
I would not suggest.
No.
If you know what? You can splurge on your skincare.
Yeah.
And it will totally change the way that you look at makeup. If you have good skin, that base is really crucial. If you have good skin and it's hydrated, anything that you use will work probably, because it starts with your skin. Like you have to have a good base. Also with that foundation, I use the Hydro Grip Primer for Milk.
That's 2 things. Oh my God, so you have to put a primer on your whole face?
No, I don't. So I don't prime my entire face. Okay. Only the places where I have the most makeup transfer. So my chin and My chin, I like do my nose, only in certain places.
It's a lot of work.
No.
I don't foundation.
Well, it sounds like a lot of work, but I have it down where like, I'm like, once I get that base on, first off, I won't even tell you how I look putting my makeup on, but that beauty blender, I'm beating the crap out of it. I'm like.
Just the beauty blender is expensive.
Yeah, I don't have the original beauty blender. I have the Real Techniques one.
Okay.
Now that's 3 products.
Yeah. I'm like, I'll just be splotchy. We're fine. I hate it.
Don't do it.
Hate it.
I've been strong arming Heather into Ulta and different things.
Well, I worked with some people who wore very heavy makeup, and my husband
was it like cake face?
He worked at the same company in IT, and he had to go and fix somebody's computer, and he was like, "Oh my God, her phone."
Oh, it was like covered in makeup?
It was a black phone that was now like orange, and her keyboard was orange. And
why?
Oh yeah, I don't know. She put that stuff on with like it was like spackle.
Ladies, look, listen, hear me clearly. Thin layers, minimum coverage, okay? We still want to look like ourselves, okay? We don't want to transform into anybody. Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, I mean, my other thing is I don't want to look like some of our people who are famous for being famous.
Yeah.
They have no other talent.
Yes. Yeah.
Names like I always say they look like eyes without a face, the Billy Idol song. But no, there's like a face, and there's so much makeup and maybe pictures. There's so much airbrushing. They just look like here's a face with like eyes and nose holes and some lips, and there's no dimension. And I'm like,
yeah, I always
like
my goal with makeup is to I always look for a skin finish. Like when people are like, oh, I need like a mix. I'm not the person that needs like a full coverage situation. Like medium buildable is okay for me, but I need to still look like I have skin, not like a leather couch. Like I'm just still trying to look human here.
A leather couch.
I would like to still look human.
Leather face.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
All right. So that's some of our favorite things. And then next time we're hoping to have another knitting with the unicorns.
Yes.
Fingers crossed.
We're excited to see who we bring on next.
Yes. Or if not, a mini-sode of some sort.
Yes.
We'll figure it out. We fly by the seat of our pants around here.
We're lucky to just get in front of the camera at this point.
And we're only 5 months into this.
Yeah. Well, it gets better.
But, applause to those who are, like, faithful every week. Oh, my goodness. I'm like, no.
I cannot be on that many times. Like,
I can't put on makeup that many times.
Yeah, like, also, that Lady Gaga has lasted me a long time because I put it on, like, once a week.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, that's the other way to.
Yeah, like.
If you only put on your makeup once a week, once every 2 weeks.
Your money's worth.
Yeah, you can afford the Lady Gaga. Stop with your CoverGirl.
Okay. Yes. Oh, yeah. So hopefully we'll have a knitting with the unicorns or a smaller segment coming up. And we're hoping to share some of the details about the Pick-along on...
The Pick-along?
Pick-along.
You made it sound like a Pikachu. I choose you.
The Pick-along. The Pink-along.
The pal. Just call it a pal.
Hopefully we'll share some details about the pal on Instagram, which is the other platform that we're active on.
I'm no good at Instagram. And
Heather will do the Instagram post.
It won't be good.
It will be fine. It will be fine.
I just won't tell Shayla, and then she'll go back and edit my English, which is fine. I don't care.
You know what? Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Give me that good reaction.
get pictures.
Yes. Oh, wait. Can you?